Namaste, my beautiful beings of light. Welcome back to my channel. I am going to do a quick message from my Orishas ancestors. They've been wanting to deliver a message to the collective at this time, and I am claiming myself to be a sovereign being. Anybody who tries to cause any harm, do any hoodoo, do any voodoo, do any magic, do anything to harm me, know that you are being watched by my divine ancestors, my divine father, the most importantly, my father, my divine ancestors of all cultures, the gods, the Greek gods and goddesses. Oh my God, I am just so thankful for the archangels, the galactic family, the deities, the spirit guides, my spirit animals, the earth, wind, fire, air, energy, spirits. These are all spirits. Mother Gaia. I am very thankful. I claim myself to be a sovereign being. I am also a divine channel for the Most High. And anybody trying to stop me from delivering my messages, just know that God lets you get away with what He wants you to get away and think that you're getting away with it. But, you know, we all make choices, and I choose to be with God. I choose to be of the light. I do work with the dark as well because I came from the darkness. I came from chaos, and I healed myself and my ancestors, and I'm here to help the collective raise their consciousness. So, yeah, this message may not be for everybody. So please only take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you like my context, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I have been banned from YouTube for something I didn't do, but it's okay. I continue to do the work. I continue to deliver the messages, and nothing could ever stop me. And let's see what the message is. My ancestors, I'm looking at Lord Ganesh so intuitively, and he is taking away blockages that are being placed at divine beings at this moment. 2 cards came out. The 8 of Cups and the King of Wands. So these are new cards for me, and they have different meanings because they are from the ancestors, the Orisha. I see a tree. I do see cups. I see food. I see a stick as well. Let's see. 8 of Cups. In this card, we work to find meaning among what has been lost. It is a card that can speak of stagnation, loss, depression, and lack of direction. So somebody's having stagnations in their lives here. The attention being tuned inward must look to external forces to help one move forward. Spirit of the dead Spirit of the dead have many different categories in the Orisha tradition. The most common being Agun, who are spirits associated by blood ancestry or initiation to us, and Aranu, the citizens of heaven who are chosen or assigned spirits. In dealing with ancestors, we find a mingling of many other practices coming into the Orisha tradition. The religions are of our ancestors, mediumship, spiritualism, and a variety of traditional ways of working with ancestors all get mingled in many people's practices. Excuse me. You might go to church to pray for your grandmother, see a spiritualist to ask about your mom, and be told to do ceremonies for your father in a shell reading. If all of these are done as separate practices, everything is fine. However, when people start to try using spiritualists or mediumship to mark Orishas initiations or solutions, we get into muddy waters where people often lose their way. We end up wandering from guide to guide, like Rider-Waite-Smith image of 8 cups, looking for something but not knowing what it is or where to find it. So somebody's totally lost at this moment. They might have been doing some witchcraft, something, and they're stagnant. This is what I'm getting. The cups holding the traditional Igun offering in front of a tree with a stick used to call them, a clay tile used to mark the boundary between the dead and the living. Somebody has been working with the dead, maybe even trying to sacrifice somebody. Glasses of water behind the tree showing espirituismo, boveta, or spirit shrine. Somebody's been working with the earth elements. Know that everything you did backfired, especially if you was working with the Orishas in a way where it was negative and towards a divine being. When we see the 8 cups, we need to ask what the person needs. If they are unable to tell us clearly, we should ask the oracle first before answering the questions the client has. Once we can establish a goal as a point of reference, we can help them navigate there. With this card, people need to find better boundaries with the spirit world, not give it everything. This person is losing faith, the one thing they need most. Somebody is depressed, they're stagnant, existing crises are going on in their lives, feeling meaningless, a time with no clear direction or end. Gurus should be treated skeptically now, as people will seek to take advantage of you. So somebody has been taking advantage of a divine being. They have been doing work on them, and they had no authority to do so. And they even did, how you say it, death rituals. And all this it was done to they did things that were not for the highest self or highest God. They did things without knowing what they were doing, and everything is backfiring in their life at this moment. They brought up spirits that were the Orishas that don't work, and they're finding themselves in a time of grief. They didn't feed their ancestors. And they envy the dead, and they really didn't do anything that was for the highest good. This is what I'm receiving. Then here we have the King of Wands. Somebody's holding fire. To me, it looks like a gun. I don't know, but That's the King of Wands. Let's see. King of Wands. The King of Wands, the person in this card is one of action. They know the right action to do and when and how to do them. They are not afraid to step in and make things happen when others aren't able or willing. So whatever this person has done, there is somebody here who's choosing the right path. They're compassionate and charisma and make them a natural leader. The orange is known as the head. The Oranti is known as the head of the mat, or one of knows everything, or one who knows everything. I don't know what's going on here. They guide and oversee ceremonies for individuals and community. Through years of apprenticeship, they have learned how to divine, sing, sacrifice, and initiate others. Doing the concentrating of new priests, the divinations they perform will guide the person for the rest of their life. The role of a radiate is bestowed by the community in which this person works. When their teachers feel they are ready, this person will lead initiation, and the community and elders will decide if they are ready. That could also be your ancestors. The success of this person in part comes from understanding their interdependence with the community they work in. The symbolisms here are 16 cowrie shells. They are divine with to help guide others. A community of people they serve. Plants through which they offer for healing and birth of Orishas. This person gives great skills and knowledge. They are called in to lead in some way, and whatever in life they are meant to be in charge. This is easier to understand in work and business, but in relationships it can be tricky to be involved with this person. If the power imbalance is too wide, the relationship cannot endure. A growth in knowledge and status, a profound person with much insight, a person seeking power. The solution is to check your ego, make offerings to Shango and Upatala, and divine often. So this person has a lot of control of themselves. Within a relationship, it could be tricky, but you have to learn how to be balanced in order to be in alignment with yourself and with others. So there is positive and negative in this reading with the Orishas. What's going on, ancestors? What is it that the collective needs to know? What's the message? Wow. Okay, there's two cards here. We have the Page of Swords and we have the Three of Wands. Somebody may be flying, taking a trip. There's also chicken. Somebody is in complete white, pure light. The Three of Wands. Let's see. The Three of Wands, territory, could be the name for this card. It is a card where we have found the edge of what is ours and seek to expand it. It is not a card of conquest as much as it is deals, acquisitions, and inventions. Once the world was covered in water and the Creator wanted to bring life to it, he sent Ochala to go and make land so that the people can inhabit the earth. They descended from a room heaven on a chain with a with a snail full of earth and chicken. When they reached the bottom of the chain, they poured out the earth, and the chicken began to scratch at it, spreading it around. In time, all the continents were made, and life came to the earth. This creation story is told many ways in different Orishas and different items being brought down. My personal favorite includes a chameleon as an element of magic being brought into the world. I have left it in the simplest telling through for clarity. The symbolism is the tools of expansion. So somebody could be expanding. A chicken, a snail, and dirt. Ochala looking out at the possibilities of creation. You're able to create whatever you put your mind to. The future or time as high rises and plains on the horizon. When we are reading this card, we should be looking at the idea of innovation and expansion. However, as much been achieved already, it's just the beginning. So you may be starting to expand your mind, be your own creator, and being motivated, feeling motivated, starting a new beginning. However, much has been achieved already. It's just the beginning. Whatever is set in motion will go beyond the person's wildest dream. You have no idea. If you plant the seeds and you are of the light and you are doing everything for the highest good of all, for the creation of this earth, for the creation of the new world, your creation is not going without unnoticed, and you will continue to expand. You will continue to achieve your dreams, and you have no idea the life that you are going to have. Yet the work of getting there is like chicken scratching in the dirt. You may start off from the beginning. It's like starting a seed. Yes. But everything in patience and in time, everything is divinely guided. So don't rush the process. And we have to go through the motions. We have to go through the process in order to achieve our accomplishments and continue and continue and continue. Life is always a lesson. Everything is all divinely guided. Too often people see the end goal but do not want to put the effort or do the more meaningful tasks to get there. Some people do tend to do dirt like magic to get to higher places, but not with the intentions of a good heart and at service to others. They're doing it at service to self. You cannot become successful if you are in a state of greed. Growth and success, plants that grow into something life changing, a vision of things no one else could think are possible. Work hard, take the opportunities offered, pray for wisdom and intelligence, and get your hands dirty. Don't be afraid. Things are going to expand for you. You are on the right path. The ancestors are saying, and here is a page of swords. This could be somebody young. Let's see, page of swords. Let's see. Sword. Hold on. The ancestors is saying this card speaks of intelligence, keen observation skills, and being articulate. This person's ability to see what is going on often moves them to action, sometimes as a champion of those with no voice, and other times as a rescuer of those who are quite committed to be stuck in their situations. The Ofista is the one who transcribes the message given during initiations. They are responsible for clear hearing what is said and documenting it for later review. The advice they write down might govern the rest of an initiate's life, so their need for accuracy is high. Going beyond simply being a witness. Going beyond simply being a witness, this person may also be required to offer solutions if prompted by the oracle. The Ofista is required to be studious of both the religion itself and human nature. This card raises questions of what we should do with other people's secrets. In the initiation room, everyone hears what the new priest's life has been about and will be like. This is a tremendous vulnerable position to be in, as the information may be used in many manipulative ways. In life, the person who this card falls for likely knows many secrets from either confidence or their own astute deductions. What they do with it will determine how they are seen and how people feel about them. The symbolism of this card is the diviner's mat, a journal in which the readings are documented, the numbers 1 through 16 for primary signs of casting shells of Ifa. The person who gets this card is attentive and aware of many things. If there is a challenge, it is around the right use of this information. If there's a challenge, it is around the right use of this information, and they are jumping into help, hanging back behind a wall of difference. They have resolved their own issues enough to give them perspective on others going through the same thing. So this is a very powerful being. This person knows exactly what they're saying. They know exactly what they're doing. They are given advice. They write down their dreams. They journal what the messages that they were receiving. How are you supporting and what is going on? Who is shaping you to follow their footsteps? How do you decide when not to help? What is beyond your knowledge? That is divining. And the solutions: be slow to judge, know your place, use what you know for yourself first. Don't pursue those intent on drowning. So you have to be very mindful. You have to be very careful. You have to know what you're saying. You have to know what you're doing. You cannot. You can't tell somebody what to do with their lives. Okay? You cannot do that. A person who is a divine being, they will not tell another person what they need to do. They are there to guide them, but not tell them exactly what they need to do. You have to be very careful with people who are spiritualists and are telling you what to do with your life when they really may not have the good intentions for you. Be very careful with who you are receiving messages from. Okay? Because justice is here. Justice is here. And that's probably justice. Let's see. I see the justice card as, justice. That's 8. Sorry. Number 8. Oh, yeah, 8. Justice. The justice card can be a card of legal. Somebody may be going through legal issues. Certainty. It is a card where action and decisions are being evaluated, whether they're good or they're bad. Did we fulfill our obligations? There are all questions we might ask when experiencing to receive a grade. Justice comes in many forms in the Orisha traditions. In the justice card, we encounter a worldly judge and a spiritual one. So somebody could be being judged at this moment, not only through the 3D, but also spiritually. Obatala governs our life in the world. He may judge our actions and determine if we are on the right path or behaving properly. He knows for being a more forgiving Orisha. He is known for being a very forgiving Orisha. Even when others might turn their back or be angry, we can invoke his mercy to protect and guide us. Adua judges our life at the end. It is said that they have the final say in our life and what we might have to resolve in whatever comes next. Unlike the Obatala, Adua is strict and not easily negotiated with. For this reason, many fear this Orisha. Though any Orisha may be a vehicle of justice for or against us in life, there are three who stand out as defining different approaches. Ochasi represents blind justice and adheres to the letter of the law. If you are wrong, no matter the reason, you will face the consequences. Shango is the defender of the right and will relentlessly pursue wrongdoers. If you are wrong and there are good reasons you broke the law, you might be excused. Ogun is the violent, righteous of instant justice that is swift and without temperance. If you are wrong, the axe will fall before you can even give an explanation. Somebody's going through harsh judgment at this time. Together, these Orishas represent the way in which justice may be carried out. Obatala at the front of the card, symbolizing his presence in the world. Odwa in the background, showing the distance. As back here with the sun. Both from life and from being swayed. A bow of a ochasi. A bow. Okay, I see a bow. Where's the bow? Oh, the bow is right by his neck. An axe for Shango and machete for Ogun. The sun as the creator, witnessing all that goes on in the world. When this card shows up, it is important to know what agreements you are living up to and which you are not. It is important for the person getting the reading to be honest with themselves to avoid trouble down the road. If the person is involved in contracts or deals, it is crucial to have a lawyer involved as protection from other malice. Somebody is in trouble. Through the Orishas, though the Orishas won't punish people for breaking rules, they did not know about people's certainty will. It is important to make sure you are well informed about your obligations. When this card shows up, rules you don't know about still apply and may cost you a lot in the long run, so be very careful. Legal issues, problems with contracts, somebody may be facing contracts, agreements that are required for relationships to work. The truth will surface for better or for worse. The truth always comes out no matter what. The solution is don't be afraid to be judged. What you see in others, ask for Obatala's help and seek justice only if you are in the right. So, if you are in the right, just know that you are protected. But if you are in the wrong, just know that you may be facing some last card. The Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is the last card. The Three of Swords. That's what the Orishas, Three of Swords. Three of Swords. I'm just going to read the symbols. No. In this card, we find some of the deepest sufferings we may encounter in life. It is personal, deep, and lasting. Often in the reading, this card points back to something in the past that has left a permanent wound. So something has happened in somebody's past. And all this is going on, and whatever magic, whatever they try to use on a divine being, just know that justice is coming in. The Orishas is here and bringing justice to those who have caused injustice. This is what I'm receiving. And those who did bind people to contracts, or you're binded by contracts, you need to seek legal help, because if you're in the wrong, you're going to face your consequences. Whether willingly or unwillingly, you're still facing your consequences. Often in the reading, this card points back to something in the past that has left a permanent wound. Orishas is known to be an expert hunter, able to find or catch or kill animals that others cannot. One day, Olofin, an aspect of the creator, asked him to catch a specific bird for him, which he did. When he brought it home, his mother found it and prepared it for dinner, not knowing why the bird was there. When he came back, he was outraged that the bird was gone and could not figure out who had stolen it. He set out to catch another and brought it to the Olofin right away. When asked what he wanted in return, Oshi said he wanted his arrow to strike dead the person who had taken the first bird. Wow. Olofin granted this wish, so Oshi fired the arrow high in the air and straight into his mother's heart, killing her. When he found out the consequences of his search for justice, he pleaded with Ofun to bring her back. Wow, somebody's mother may pass away. I don't know, because she did wrong. An outline for a cause, forest obscuring Oshi's view, a beaded bag containing magic and charms. So this person may have done magic. The dead body of Yemaya pierced through the heart. Divining, Olofon agreed to bring back Yemaya, but we humans aren't so lucky. Many of our mistakes become regrets we carry forever. Worse still, some problems and heartbreaks are so hard to resolve that we may even stop living life. Somebody may be at the edge of their life at this moment, not knowing whether they wanted to live or to. And if you're feeling this way, please seek help, and just know that this is for entertainment purposes only. Just putting this out there, okay? This message is not for everybody. Regardless of the scale of which this card speaks, acceptance and letting go are the only solutions. No resolutions or repairs are possible. An old wound preventing happiness or success, a rash decision with lasting. People made decisions, they did consequences, they did things that, they probably regret at this moment. There's no going back. Only need to move forward. Always speak the truth. The letter of the law will be carried out. There is law, there is justice. There's always consequences. Make sure you are right before acting. Be just and meditate. Always go within. Always seek if this is what you need to do. Do not do things that are not for your highest good, because there's consequences behind every action. Okay? And this is what the Orishas are saying at this moment. Somebody did a deadly mistake. and they mess with one of a divine being. And somebody is going to be playing. That's the message. Namaste. Have a good evening. Bye. I'm out here. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Close out this message. Namaste.